Right.
So, hi everyone, good evening. You all are here already for this. So, first of all, on behalf of SCOPH-MSAI and myself, I would like to welcome you all to this webinar that is Beating the Unbeatable Life Skills of a Chronic Illness Survivor. Thank you for taking out time and taking interest in this topic. This is all I would start with a little introduction upon myself. Most of you all would have an idea about me. I'm Dr. Komal Kanitkar. I'm currently doing my MD in community medicine at Mumbai's Nair Hospital. However, before holding this golden degree of MBBS and then getting into MD, I myself have been a chronic illness survivor. I have been a diabetic for the past 12 years. And people say, have you managed? Frankly, there was much say managed. It is only tools and rise above yourself is the only thing you can reach where I am now. Achieved some things or certain achievements. Say my also, I am proud to speaking. Also, I'm very well with MBBS students and those who have already completed MBBS, are surgeons, and all understand the meaning of LGA, blood sugars are in control, and I'm thankful that I am today and today. That's why thankful to Medical Students Association of Public Health for inviting me to do this webinar, so that today I would share my wisdom and whatever knowledge I have gained about how exactly are you supposed to fight this, how exactly are you supposed to know that you are going to rise above yourself and you are going to beat this illness. You don't have to be diabetes. Chronic illnesses, there are a lot of them out there. It can be diabetes, asthma, autoimmune disorders, a lot of them are there, and understand that more or less all of us are sailing the same boat. So let's begin. Why this webinar is a question first I would answer. Um, I'm a little doubtful as to understand the meaning of LGA and the meaning of diabetes is about. So diabetes is such, or any chronic illness which we have, they do have an effect on our physical health, but along with the physical health, they also affect a person's mental and emotional health. Definitely, a lot of times they also project these illnesses, they project themselves also upon our loved ones who are nearby us. They can be friends, they can be family, they can be sometimes colleagues as well. And if we do not tackle them at the right time, the relationships as well as it has an impact on health as well. So, like I said, I do not know if you all understand simple words. Life skills are those intrinsic qualities of us which promote a mental health, mental well-being, and the competency as an important harsh reality of life. You may be a normal person without illness, a person who has a lot of illnesses. Life has its own way of turning things upside down for us, and that's why today we are doing this webinar on life skills of a chronic illness survivor, because it is these intrinsic hidden capabilities within us that tell us that what and how we are supposed to rise above our circumstances, how we are not supposed to, we should not let our circumstances define us, but we should end up defining our circumstances. We should be the masters of our own lives. How we feel and what happens to us is what we choose to do with our lives. So, with that, let us begin. Now, I have prepared a very small talk on how I have managed to do it, what I have learned about chronic illnesses and facing different situations of life. Because frankly, even if I am a chronic illness survivor, the other life problems, even they have shown their faces. And definitely, with when you have certain a medical thing going on, a medical illness going on within your body, things become much more difficult. Everything starts getting defined by itself, and trust me, it is not easy. If any person who maybe a chronic illness survivor is watching it, or any person who's a loved one of a chronic illness survivor watching it, you will definitely relate to what I'm trying to tell you here. So as we begin, I would like you all to first listen it out and then maybe write down your question and answers. And at the end of this session, uh, as in how the questions come, I would do my best to answer the queries that you have. So first of all, I would say whenever you come to a particular illness, whichever diagnosis, the biggest hurdle that we face is acceptance. Acceptance and realization, okay, this is it. A lot of people have it, like I being from a community medicine department, specializing in the field of public health, understand this, that most of the cases that we find out are only the tip of the iceberg. We understand, know this iceberg phenomenon. Most of the cases are only the ones which we know are detected, but so many of them are not detected. A lot of the reason for this is people do not want to accept that they have a problem. So even if they have symptoms, they will not go and get tested. As far as I have understood, there are two main reasons for this. First is their own pride. Their own pride as to why um, I cannot have a problem. I'm damn healthy. Dude, I'm 25. How can I have hypertension, man? Hypertension is something which happens at the age of 40, 45 or something. I don't have hypertension. I don't have diabetes. I cannot have asthma. But when you are dealing with this, say, pseudo ego of yourself, don't you think somewhere or the other you are also projecting yourself, you are making yourself more and more vulnerable to much more damage to your body. If you tackle it, if you realize it, if you accept it at the right time, you are going to control that illness, control that phenomenon that is occurring in your body, that altered pathogenesis at the right time, and you will halt down the progression that it will further not have further more complications that is only going to not just lengthen your life but also give you a better life. Another reason, unfortunately, why people do not want to accept or accept their illnesses, their new diagnosis, is because of the social stigma that is associated. Now, I understand most of the speakers over here are from India, and we know in India, anything and everything is associated with a social stigma. You do whatever in life, a social stigma comes upon, and it is downright ridiculous, according to me, that not just the fact that people do have opinion about what is happening in another person's life, but we give them the power that they should have some any sort of saying in our lives. No. In today's world, this hypocritical societal rules should not define the way of our living. So whoever thinks whatever, whoever finds out whatever, does not mean that you are defined. You have a problem, you tackle it, you face it, you accept it first of all, and only when you accept it and realize what you're supposed to do, only then you can go ahead and then make your life a better one, irrespective of whatever that paper or the report, medical report, talks about you. So let's see, now you've realized. The next thing that, like, frankly, in my case, when the acceptance thing comes, it was easier for me because I was just a 13-year-old girl, and those there's nothing called as an ego for a 13-year-old. There's nothing called as societal rules because we don't understand in that time. And to tell you all the truth, early and easy acceptance was like the stepping stone in my case, because in that age you do not understand social stigmas, you understand life in its own beautiful ways, and then you realize that life can be beautiful and life can be good. Another important thing is building up the courage now. Fine, maybe there's no option, but we have to accept that I have a problem. I have so and so problem. Maybe I'm suffering from a depression. I'm suffering from schizophrenia. It can be anything. Now, another big hurdle that comes upon is building up the courage now to walk on the path. We may go to the doctor may tell us this is what we're supposed to do, this is the medication we're supposed to do, but a lot of times these chronic illnesses come with a lifestyle modification, a lot of lifestyle interventions. And this is where we are a little like, I don't want to forget it. I want to live a normal life. I don't want to put in efforts, but you have to realize, unless and until you put those efforts, you are not a normal person. You have an altered mechanism, an alteration in your body. And if you do not modify, if you do not optimize your lifestyle according to it, you are going to end up in a situation where you should not have ended. Your disease will then take you to that place where it was supposed to take, unless and until intervention is made. And that, my friends, the intervention that is to be made is by nobody else but by you. The doctors may keep telling you take the medication, the dietitian may keep telling you do the diet, the other people may keep telling you do this exercise, that exercise, keep away from stress. But if you let the stress get to you, is it gonna be of any importance? Whatever the world keeps telling you, is it gonna be of any importance if I keep coming on video interviews or on webinars and keep telling you? No, because whoever the master of your life is you. Building up courage and then going on that path is very important. And even if suppose you have started working on it, constant persistence is not everyone's piece of cake. It is not everyone's piece of cake. You have to reach your goal, and for that, trust me, a lot of dedication and determination is required. I mean, I was 13, but like waking up early morning and eating those matrices, and then giving up on all the sweets and desserts, and giving up on my sweet like favorite potato preparations, it wasn't easy at all. In the beginning is always the hardest part. But once you've started working on this, once you have found your way on this, and once you get used to it, and you start seeing how much benefits it makes to your health, when you start seeing your blood sugars, your blood pressures coming in control, your exacerbations of asthma coming down, your exacerbations of different autoimmune disorders coming down, reducing the frequency of them, reducing, you start feeling better, you start feeling like a normal person, and the efforts are only and only made by you. So, like I said, it wasn't easy at all. What made me do it? Because I realized that if I don't do this, I'm letting diabetes take control of me. Letting my diagnosis take control of me. Taking good control of myself, not only of ourselves. Chronic illness survivor, when he takes control of his own life, his own illness, he not only ensures a long life but also a healthy life. And only in that way you are able to enjoy the various beautiful things this life has to offer. Today I am able to travel. I am able to do a lot of things. I am able to play sports. I am able to eat what I wish to eat in limited quantities because I have understood my body. I have accepted my circumstances. I have built up the courage to walk on this path, and I have the persistence, I have the courage and the determination and dedication to keep walking on this. And in case you feel that I cannot do this, dude, you are very wrong because you do not understand what kind of a fountain of courage that lies inside of you as a human being. You do not have to be like Helen Keller. You do not have to be like Nick Vujicic. You are you, and you yourself as a human being have that amazing amount of courage inside of you, which you can bring out, and walk on the path. Decide this is my goal, this is where I am going, and this is where I'm going to reach. I am the master of my own life. This is a very important thing in surviving chronic illnesses, because if you don't take control of yourself, the disease is gonna do what it has to do to you. So once you build up the courage, next we go upon goals. Is once you're diagnosed with an illness, is it necessary that all you have to do is keep doing the short term things, take the medication, do the exercise, do this, do that? No, that is not how your life should be defined. You have all the right, you as a person have all the potential to live your life, set goals, career wise, personal life wise, relationship wise, achievements wise. You want to take a travel trip, go take that travel trip. You want to buy a house, buy a house. Your illness is something which is at the background of your life, it is not your entire life. So you have to make sure that whatever your diagnosis is, you put it on your back, you put it behind you. We can never forget it is there, but it should never define your decisions in life. It should not define what you are doing in life. It should never define where you are reaching in life. So once the person is settled with the initial taking care phase of this new lifestyle, the person has to set long-term goals, because that, my friends, is what is going to bring you real satisfaction of living the life the way it has to be. Otherwise, you let the disease take control of you, and that shouldn't happen. I never let it happen, and that's why I'm telling all you guys that that should never happen. Next, we come upon social skills. Why social skills for a chronic illness survivor is important. We all know that it is not just physically when it is not just physical. At certain points of times, it also affects us in a mental or an emotional way. So it starts getting projected upon people who are around us. These people can be our loved ones, our family, friends, relatives, or sometimes even colleagues. And frankly, my friends, it is only and only our responsibility to make sure that we don't make them worry. We don't let it fall upon them. Sometimes it is, sometimes you cannot help it. Sometimes, yeah, they will stand up for us. But in our social skills, we have to understand that we are the ones at the center of all this, and we determine how much help we require. Our social skills will depend on it. We need to stop expecting. Sorry, we need to stop expecting from people to keep helping us out. Why should they? Who's the one whose body is affected here? Ours. See, some of us are really blessed with amazing support. I am blessed with an amazing support system around my house. Some of us are blessed with a immense support, where some of us are not. But what is the most constant over here is you yourself. You are constant here. And that's what makes all the difference. You determine how it goes, how people around you feel about you. And see, sometimes if you do not really find help, it's okay. Because in all these years, I've come to believe you will find help when help is supposed to come. If you're not finding help in a particular situation of life, that means that you are completely, totally equipped to take care of that situation by yourself. The universe has a way of answering your calls. So be relaxed about it. Be self sufficient, be self dependent. It is your illness, it is your body, it is your life. You take care of yourself, and as and whenever help is required, you will find your help. And social skills in that matter is very important. Projecting our fears, anger, depression, anxiety, whatever comes upon us, projecting those upon the loved ones around us is definitely not the way to tackle chronic illnesses. It is something which is very derogatory to people around us. Most of them love us, and we need to make sure that we take care of ourselves in such a good way, in such a good enthusiasm. We believe in ourselves, we love ourselves so much, and rise above the illnesses that in the end, it doesn't matter. You are totally destined to live a normal social life. And all I would say is, do not let this get affect your relationships with people. Go out, have fun. Your life is normal. Don't let it define you. Finally, coming to the end, with chronic illnesses, a very sensitive topic is stress. I don't think there is any chronic illness where the physician is not telling you to avoid stress, because stress, as we doctors understand, is it sets in those hormones in a way that most of the illnesses are going to reach the sky high, and they are going to affect us in a bad way. So, how do you think you cannot fall prey to this? Over the past 12 years, I have realized this. I am a very big fan of one particular author. His name is Dr. Fox. He's written this beautiful book called The Miracle of Positive Thinking. And in that book, he has given 5 cardinal virtues that a person ought to have. These 5 cardinal virtues a person ought to have a healthy lifestyle. That today, my friends, I would like to share with you all. Number one is enthusiasm. Second is belief. Third is love. Fourth is forgiveness. And fifth is perseverance. Enthusiasm. Be enthusiastic about life. Doesn't matter what is happening. Doesn't matter if for today, this month, the reports were not good. Doesn't matter if a particular person has not supported in your way. Still, manage your, make yourself so enthusiastic about life that every morning you wake up, you know it is a new day and that it is a new challenge, and put whatever has happened in the past behind, and right again you start afresh. Because enthusiasm, if you lack it, then my friends, living with any chronic illness is not possible. And when you are enthusiastic, only enthusiasm is not enough. You got to, second thing, believe. You got to believe in yourself. I have the potential to do this. It doesn't matter what is happening in my life. I believe in myself that I have the potential. I can take control of my illness. I'm completely self-reliant to make sure things happen the way I decide that they will happen, and I will rise above the circumstances. I will achieve my career aspirations. I will achieve my health aspirations. I will. I believe in myself. I will. End of story. Third is love. See, if you keep believing in yourself and you keep showing enthusiasm, that is merely beating around the bush. I can. Yeah, I can. But if you don't love yourself for doing this, a lot of us have heard this phrase, love thyself. Love yourself first. If you do not love yourself first and keep on focusing upon your negatives, keep on focusing upon your deficiencies, that's all you're going to remember, my friends, because that's not how it works. Love yourself, give yourself some credit, give yourself a standing ovation. This is what I have done. I have managed to achieve amazing marks in my 10th standard. I have managed to get a good glucose control in these 3 months. I have managed to not have an exacerbation in the past 1 year. Love yourself, give yourself credit, give yourself standing ovation, because that's what is going to keep you going. Fourth one, forgiveness. Forgiveness, not just for yourself, but even for others. Forgiveness for yourself, why? Because sometimes you fail. Even I do. Sometimes I look at an ice cream and I feel that it's done. I can have it once. But should I then, like, feel bad about it? Should I say to myself, Koma, you've done a bad thing? I have done a bad thing if I repeat my actions which are wrong for my health, which are detrimental to my health. Sometimes, as humans, we are humans and we are bound to make mistakes. So, if according to whatever illness you are suffering from, I won't say sorry, I'm going to say suffering from whatever illness you have on paper, if you sometimes give in to certain things in life, it's fine. Completely fine. Forgive yourself, and most importantly, forgive people around you. Sometimes you feel like that person should have helped me out. I'm going through such a problem, and that person did not give me the hand to help me out. Fine. It is their life. They have their own stuff going on, and you should forgive them, because if you do not, you will keep thinking about your illness, because I am ill, because this is there, because that is there. The whole idea over here is not to think of your illness as the central point of your existence. Do not think of your illness, of your diagnosis on paper as the central point of your existence. You are much more than that. And finally, after forgiveness, we come upon the main part is perseverance. Enthusiasm, belief, love, forgiveness, all these four qualities, all these four cardinal virtues would mean nothing if you do not have perseverance. Perseverance is what is going to take you ahead. Perseverance is what is going to make you reach where you're supposed to reach and achieve all that you wish to achieve. Only that, realizing at the backbone of you what is there, you are not a sick person, you are not a diseased person, you are just an altered human being. This alteration can be physical, in say any hormonal levels, in form of an inflammation, or it can be a mental thing also. It is not bad to have an OCD. It is not bad to have suffering from depression. Life these days is very hard to deal with, and we all realize it. But depend, hoping that I will receive help, I will. This person will come and help me is not going to help you. You are supposed to be persevering yourself. You are supposed to be enthusiastic yourself. Believe in yourself, and then see, my friends, what a wonderful thing life is, and how you will, once you realize your own potential and then you go above it, you rise above it, you will know what an amazing, amazing fountain of courage lies within you and what all you can achieve. If you walk the path of life with these five cardinal virtues, my friend, you surely have no chance of falling down. Take it from me. I have done this. I know I am very young. Maybe some few people who will later on watch it on YouTube are much elder than me, and you all would have a lot of more wisdom to share. But with whatever these last 12 years have taught me during my growing up years, with this illness and everything that is going on, I have realized these five things is what has kept me going. These are given in the book by Dr. Arnold Fox. The book is titled The Miracle of Positive Thinking. Anybody who wishes to can go for it. And in the end, I would like to say, you are not sick. You are not a disease, you are not an illness, you are not a diagnosis, you are a person, you are a soul with immense potential. Do not let your diagnosis define you. Define your diagnosis by yourself, define your life by your own courage, by your own enthusiasm, by your own determination and dedication. Rise above your illness and beat the unbeatable. And these are the life skills that I wanted to share with you all, and I'm happy that I have done it today. Thank you. So this is how we come to the end here. I hope it was short and sweet and I did not bore you guys a lot. So let's see if we get any questions. I'll be waiting here. You guys can start shooting whichever questions you all have now and we'll wait for you. Okay. So I'm getting a few thank you messages here. Yes, there's one I realize is coming from Chandigarh. Thank you. Thank you very much. I hope you guys send this video. It will be available on YouTube to anybody who you know is going through a chronic illness or is going through any sort of problems. It can be your parents, relatives, friends, family. Please let them know. Apart from this, they can contact me on Facebook. My name, also my name is, thankfully, there's only one Komal Kanitkar, Kanitkar. So it's easy to find out. You can send me an email, and I've been helping a lot of people through email correspondences. So that can be arranged as well. Do you have any questions coming in? So I've been asked to wait for a while. The first question has come. What is what is your diet plan? Okay, my diet plan. See, diet plan. I'm going to talk about diabetes. So because that's what I have. It's very in today's world we have a lot of stress that goes on, and people are not able to find time to have a good breakfast. So most of us know that diabetics are supposed to avoid sweets. They're supposed to avoid high carbs, and they're supposed to avoid, say, rice and potatoes. But what is more important is, which I what I have understood is having small frequent meals. It does not help if you have a lot at one particular point of time. There is a lot of misbelief that goes on with diabetic patients is that if I eat now, this is gonna be my fuel for the next 8 to 10 hours, and that is not how it works. Okay, your body will metabolize whatever carbohydrates, whatever you're giving it at that particular point of time. The rest actually gets diverted towards fat metabolism and it affects your body in a bad way. Compared to a normal person, your body's metabolic capacity is anyway less. If you do this, if you have large meals at bigger intervals, bigger intervals that is going to affect your body in a bad way. So small meals at frequent intervals is what is the idea over here. Keep eating what is good for you. When I was in MBBS and I used to come for my lectures, 8 o'clock morning lectures, I used to see a lot of my friends outside the canteen having vada pav. Now this vada pav is like pav and vada is definitely a very high carb thing, and see, you're bound to feel hungry at the end of within 2 to 3 hours because carbohydrates get metabolized very fast. So the idea over here is to have a high protein rich diet in the morning. Anybody, you may be a diabetic, you may not be a diabetic. India is like currently leading in the pandemic of diabetes. We are about to become the diabetes capital of the world. Especially, I'm talking to medical students here. If there are PGs over here, please listen to me. If there are surgeons over here, please listen to me because because I know you guys go into the OT at 8 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes you eat well, sometimes you don't eat well, and then you come out after 3 o'clock and outside. That is not how it should go. Early morning, please have a protein-rich diet because the proteins are going to sustain you for a very long period of time. Carbohydrates in the morning, vada pav is not or samosa is not going to sustain you for the rest of the day. It is going to burn itself out within 2 to 3 hours of time span, and then you don't have anything. So please, early morning, high protein rich diet, and followed by small frequent meals. You can have certain salads, you can have certain um, um, so vegetables which are allowed for you, and that's how it keeps going. And make sure while sleeping in the night you have at least one glass of milk or a fruit which is allowed for you. That is what I do. Protein rich diet in the morning and small frequent meals at small frequent interval meals is what has helped me manage my diabetes in a better way. No to desserts has it was a thing in the past. I was in such a good control. Having and finding satisfaction in it is okay. So if you find somebody coming and giving you some prasad or somebody giving you something sweet to eat, you can have a bite, you can have a sip of a Coke float. It does not matter. Just remember, you have a small kid. Okay. Yeah, okay, I've received a lot of questions. Yeah. So the questions are right. The question is it possible to prevent further complication in MODI type of diabetes? MODI is maturity onset diabetes of young. It is an autosomal dominant inheritance which is seen in families. The people get diagnosed at maturity onset, generally by the age of 15 to 25 years of age. Now, with this special type of diabetes, it is seen because there's a genetic pattern, certain kind of complication will and definitely arise in the future. It is studies have shown that such complications have arise depending upon the type of MODI you have. There are about 8 type of MODIs. And trust me, prevention, you can definitely slow it down. You can definitely slow down the way that you would reach there. So yeah, take good control of yourself. Have your HbA1c normal, and be assured that if something would have happened in the next 5 years, you can then put it beyond 25, 30 years also. Next question. I am suffering from anxiety disorder. It has affected me badly. I want to know the alternate method other than medication to help me with it. Okay. Right. Anxiety disorder is something like I spoke about mental illnesses. Thank you for asking me this question. It is pretty sensitive, but I would make sure that I answer it in a very subtle manner. Medications do help you, but my friend, medications will help you only if you try to help yourself. The anxiety that is there is lying within you. Uh, I'm sure you're taking treatment from a person, from a registered medical practitioner, a psychiatrist. Please find a good one. And apart from the medications, do not depend on the medications, because the real medicine of you is within you. It is your determination, it is your decision that I will not let it affect me. So counseling sessions are what helps a lot in these problems, anxiety disorders or depression. And please rest be assured, I have had a lot of friends who've been through anxiety disorders, and after they have come out of it, they have openly told me, "Ki, Komal, it was only in our head. It is, trust me, sometimes even medication only, they are like, they only make you feel that they have a placebo effect sometimes, not all the time. Some of us, some of the people who are going through anxiety disorder, sometimes they don't even need it. What they really need is themselves deciding, themselves getting counseling sessions, themselves getting relaxation therapy. What is going to help you in in this case is going for a good counseling session. And trust me, it is going to help you immensely. Do take your medications, do not leave them, because these medications, anti anxiety medications, they do have a pharmacological effect, and they are going to benefit you only and only if you take some alternate methods. And these alternate methods is, first of all, feel good about yourself. Whatever you are anxious about, know that that anxiety does not exist. Fight your fears yourself. That's what I will tell you in the first place. And because I'm sure through a webinar I won't be able to help you in a way that a psychiatrist, a medical practitioner in your own area will be able to help you out. So please go to them and find help. And I'm telling you, your medicine is you. Who's going to help yourself? Who's going to help yourself and write about it? And I'm sure I will remember your name, and I will look forward to receiving an email from you that you've been able to write about yourself. So please remember, whatever you're going through is only temporary. Trust me, my friend, you can do it, and I am telling you, you will be able to. So next question is coming as okay. So this question is for me.
Do Ayurvedic preparations work?
This is
Do Ayurvedic preparations work?
okay. Do Ayurvedic preparations work? Ayurvedic preparations is something. See, Ayurveda and allopathy are two very different fields of medicine. And as a doctor, I am not only just a patient over here today. I am also a doctor, and that's why, unfortunately, I would like to refrain myself from answering this question, because Ayurveda from certain people's experiences has helped them, and some people have benefited from allopathy. So it is completely your call what you want to go for. It is only because I'm an allopathy practitioner, and so that's the only reason I'm refraining myself from talking about this, because I have absolutely no idea about how Ayurveda works. So I would like to refrain myself. Next is okay. Yeah, okay. This one has been answered. There's one question there. So the question is, it's been very difficult for you to deal with diabetes for 12 years. Do you think your health is going to affect your future life in any way? Is it possible that your children too get prone to diabetes genetically? Very interesting question. And yeah, so this question which has come, it's about me. You guys have seen my video, the first video which was launched by MSCI, about how I have dealt with till now, and I do realize that there's a lot that is going to come ahead. Frankly, I would say I am definitely concerned about the future because 12 years have passed very well. Future is a place where we do not know what is there. Like when I was a kid, I had no idea I would have diabetes. When I got diabetes, I had no idea in the future I would be becoming a doctor. When I became a doctor, also, I had no idea that one day I would be sitting on an international webinar and talking to so many people. So, you cannot know what is there in the future. Maybe my kids will get it, maybe they will not. But it is in my hands, it is about my control and how I take care of myself. In today's world, my friends, these genetic inheritances, see, medical fields have made a lot of advances. So apart from diabetes, if any people who are watching her are having any family history of any genetic inheritances, genetically inherited diseases, be rest assured today's field advancements are so much that you can very well prevent the transmission of various diseases to your kids. I mean, today we have been able to even prevent the transmission of HIV. So, what is thalassemia and diabetes and other things? And to be very frank and honest, I would say even a normal person, when they get married, they are not sure what their kids are going to get. They are not sure if tomorrow they themselves will land up with an accident or whatever may happen to them, or they themselves may get cancer or may land up with an infertility issue. So life itself is very unpredictable, and that is the reason why I'm doing this chronic illness survivor life skills, because you never know what time of life, when in life you may get stuck with a chronic illness, and you may have to face life and what it has to bring along with it. So yeah, even if my kids do get it tomorrow, I will be rest assured because frankly a normal person's kids can also have a lot of problems. They themselves can end up with issues, a lot of complications. And whereas I myself, who already has a good idea of what is happening with me, who has had a very good control of my illness, and tomorrow, if at all my kids happen to have it, I know that there are chances of transmission. So I will be taking care of a lot of preventive aspects, and I am more than equipped than a normal person out there to make sure that the disease transmission does not occur as compared to someone else. So yeah, if a message has to go through this question is be very, very cautious what is happening in life. Be watching out for symptoms with your kids, with yourself. Keep getting tested. Not for everything, of course, but if you have a genetic history, if there's anything else, be cautious about what you're dealing with. And my friends, it doesn't matter if tomorrow you land up with an illness, if tomorrow after getting married your spouse is detected with some sort of an illness, or if tomorrow your kids are born and they are born with some sort of maybe not a genetically inherited disease, but it can be anything. Nowadays, unfortunately, congenital anomalies are also very common. Be assured that whatever life throws at you, whatever illness that comes in, neither you, nor your wife, nor your spouse, nor your kid, nor your family, nobody around you is defined by the illness. It is you, your soul, your enthusiasm, your courage, and your dedication that will determine where you reach in your life. So, yeah, these are petty issues, and they do not really definitely worth a concern, but not the worth of a worry that it should affect the productivity of life, please. So that's how I would answer the question. Okay. Okay. So there is one person who has sent this message just now. Thank you for sharing these inspirational thoughts. Being a medical student, I have seen many seniors and juniors who go through a lot of anxiety during the exam time. Whenever I speak to them, I try to motivate and cheer them. I would like you to share a few wise words and advices on this aspect. So, my friend, you yourself are doing a very good job here. Exam time worries is something which a lot of us go through. If you yourself also are an MBBS student, and which even I have been, I know how exams go. We don't get much breaks in between. At a straight stretch of 12 days, we are giving 10 papers, 10 exam papers. Sundays are the only sometimes the holiday that we get in between, and it is crazy. It is totally crazy. So anxiety is something like the question which I just now answered for another person who himself is going through anxiety disorder, about anxiety, what I feel is we are fearing, a lot of times, we are fearing what is not there. The fear of what we have is only in our head. What if this happens? What if that happens? What if that person says this? What if I fail? What if my family says this? What if my father says that? And what if this person leaves me? What if my girlfriend leaves me? What if I'm not able to answer well? What if, what if, what if? Anxiety disorders are a lot of times centered around what ifs of things which have not happened yet. They are in the future. And my friends, because they are in the future, we are uncertain of whether or not they will happen. So anybody who is going through anxiety, either during exam time or anything else, of losing a person, a loved one, or whatever it is, please know that you're fearing something which has not happened. Please start living in the present, because according to me, the present is what has the potential for the future. Your future is going to be determined by what you are investing in the present. If you have anxiety during the exam time and you are very fearful about what is happening, uh, like, oh my god, if all this happens, if that happens, you are actually wasting a lot of precious time of your preparations as well. And that is a major reason why I would tell you, invest in your present. If you, rather than worrying, rather than being anxious about the future, how the results are going to be, how what is going to happen in the future, what mommy is going to say, what daddy is going to say, what girlfriend is going to say, what boyfriend is going to say, and other than that, in the future, if you invest it, that particular thing in a positive way, you are bound to reap the benefits in a positive way. If you invest in it in a negative way by showing worry and anxiety, that is how, because you did not invest your efforts in that present moment, so obviously your future gets affected. That is how I've understood about anxiety. Do not fear what does not happen. Do not fear which does not exist in the first place. It only exists in your head. So remove it, live in the present, study for it, know if I'm studying this, this is what's going to happen. What if, let go of the what if. Invest in the present, and I'm telling you, you will see what beautiful benefits you're going to get in the future. And I hope this helps anybody. If at all there are any further questions, you may contact me on Facebook or through the email ID. This is answered.
Mm-hmm.
More questions?
And
Hmm. This person is sent it. Continue. Just a little while, guys. Let me a little confusing. I'm trying to answer all the questions. Please hold the question. Done? Guys, if you all are trying to ask questions, I would request you all to please go on the YouTube link and send it, because that's where we are receiving questions. There seems to be a little problem with the Google Hangouts thing here. Or send on Facebook. Please like the page MSAI India, MSA India, sorry, capital M, capital S, capital A, India. Please like this page, and they are right now hosting a Facebook live session. So questions over there are directly reaching us. I think we'll wait for about 5 more minutes and then we can call it off. We wait for 5 more minutes in case we get a question. I'll answer it, and if not, then I would like to consider it as a success by seeing the number of questions that are coming up. Guys, please go on the Facebook Live or the YouTube link for the question. I believe there was another question which I had seen. I'm not able to see it now anymore. Where's the other thing? This question is back. Where's the YouTube? This is YouTube. Show me the YouTube. Secret YouTube. Yeah, it's on YouTube basically. I believe all of you are asking questions on YouTube. Just give me a little time and no? Okay, so two new questions now. Ma'am, what is the role of family in beating diabetes? If patient belongs to uneducated family, my friend, I think over here in your question itself, you've answered it. If patient belongs to uneducated family, the answer here is to educate the family. Then, thankfully, through I belong to the field of public health, the field of community medicine, where a lot of work goes into educating the masses. And as I believe, the Ministry of Health has recently launched a program or website about preventive diabetology as well. I will definitely try to post it on my Facebook page. You can go through it. And various activities are being conducted by the Ministry of Health of our country as well. So, yeah, that is the thing. Role of family in beating diabetes is, like I spoke about, the social skills part. Families, because so definitely a lot of encouragement that comes is from family and the loved ones. Sometimes I know they are uneducated. I remember about 3 years back when I was an intern and in pediatrics department, there was this very young girl who got diagnosed, and she was from a rural area, and she was a juvenile diabetic. She did not have a family history of diabetes, and the family were very depressed. The family was very depressed as to how come our daughter got this and what further is to take insulin and other stuff. And in that case, I remember I had walked to that family because my co-intern told me that, Komal, this is what has happened, and I think you should go and talk to them. After I spoke to them, they were in a better position. I feel blessed about the fact that when they saw me and they saw that another girl who was detected with diabetes around the same age had achieved something in life and was actually a doctor in a tertiary care hospital in one of the leading hospitals of the country today. So that gave them a positive inspiration. So yeah, role of family is to support them in a positive way. And if they are from an uneducated background, the role is to educate them. And my friend, education, according to me, is not limited to the degrees and the qualifications. Education, according to me, uh, it means that how much knowledge you are imbibing. It doesn't matter how much of degrees you put in front of your name. Sometimes I've seen highly qualified people also believing certain ridiculous stuff, and to them knowledge and wisdom mean nothing. They have not really been educated. They are just simply carrying certain qualifications so that they make good money in this world and look good to people. It is unfortunate that life is going this way, but if you do wish to get educated, it doesn't matter if you are a farmer, it doesn't matter if whatever work you are doing, people, the departments of community medicine in our country, the departments in the field of public health, we go out into the community, we try to teach people, we try to educate the people, the masses about various aspects of health, what can be done, what it means, and how you can overcome it, and how to beat various illnesses. So yes, and that's how it should be done. Mhm. I hope that is answering the question. So yeah, educate them. If you know somebody like that, don't wait for the public health department to come and do it. You may tell them, but you yourself, if you're a doctor that believes so, go and educate them. You don't need a team to go and do skits and presentations and posters or anything over there. You yourself can go and educate them. Even at one to one basis, I keep doing that, and trust me, it gives you a lot of satisfaction as a person. Yes, I want the YouTube one. Okay, so we just gotten the reply from one person. The person whose a question was answered a while ago. He's thanked us, and with the one who asked us a question that he wants to know about anxiety disorder treatment apart from medication. And it's happy to know, my friend, that you are going to go for counseling sessions. So I would like to wish you all the best, and I'm sure you're gonna come out of it. Yes, I know withdrawal symptoms is what is the problem with any sort of medication, but counseling is going to help you out. And even for withdrawal symptoms, there is treatment. I hope you're going to authentic people over there, and in case any need arise, you please feel free to contact me on Facebook or through my email ID. I think we are done. Yes, my friends, any other further questions that you all have? I hope this was a very good session for you all and helpful.
What is lifestyle modification should adapt to the diabetes?
And modification should patient adapt to beat diabetes? Okay, this question I can definitely answer here, but if you all really want to know more, I would suggest there was this first video which was released by MSAI for me, was released on 7th of April. It goes by the name Beat Diabetes. If you go on YouTube and type my name, that will be the first video that will be coming in front of you. Please go through it. It's about 7 minutes, but it will tell you what are the lifestyle modifications one needs to adapt. First thing is diet is very important. Like I told you, protein rich diet in the morning and then small frequent meals rather than just going on eating large meals at any point of time. That is not what's going to help you at all. And depending upon your glucose control, the kind of exercise that you need to get indulged in, it can be a severe like a moderate to severe exercise. You don't always need to do a cardio. In certain patients, even a brisk walk helps. In certain patients, even a regular walking session or cycling or even yoga meditation has helped people, because yoga meditation relieves a lot of anxiety and stress, and that has a big role in control of diabetes. And most importantly, be happy. Be know Just know that it is in your own hands, my friends. Diabetes is one illness whose control is in your own hands. You determine how much the blood glucose stays in control, and uh, very crucial in controlling it is your willpower. If somebody is offering you something, take one bite, have it, and have the courage and willpower to say no to eating the whole stuff. Lifestyle modification, these are the ones which you should adapt to. Stand up for yourself, stand up for your diabetes. Know that diabetes is not your illness, it is a part of you. Are you are just a little different. You are not diseased. So, and I'm sure you'll be able to live your life in a very positive and better way. Yes, we are done. Team Scope, is there any other question that I'm forgetting? Please send it to me. I'm a little lost over now. Team Scope MSCI is doing an amazing job. There's some problem with the questions in Google Hangout, and they're sending me screenshots of the questions here. Very good coordination, guys. Call it off. Okay, done, guys. Thank you so much for attending and giving time for this. I'm very happy that the first session of the first webinar that I have taken has gone so well, and I was a little skeptical if I would get any questions or not. But to receive questions from different parts of the country as well as from outside of India has been amazing. So thank you. I hope this you send it to your loved ones in case they have missed out on it. And yeah, beat the unbeatable. There's nothing called as unbeatable if you are very well determined to fight it off. In the end, I need to say a little thank yous. Thank you, a big thank you to Medical Students Association of India and the team of SCOPH, Standing Committee on Public Health, the national officers, Dr. Murli, Dr. Nagarjuna. Thank you. A lot of big round of applause to the remaining team members, Apurva, Priyanka Mangani, um, Jui Shah, then Nishtha Khatri, and I hope I don't forget names here. Would like to thank you a big thank you to everyone who made this possible, and a big thank you to everyone who made this possible. Over here to do the shooting for us, to put up the lights and cameras. Would like to thank one of them happens to be my brother, Mr. Dr. Kanitkar, and this live. And congratulations, guys. I'm sure a lot more things are coming up. And in the end, I would like to thank my aunt for giving the house, Dr. Bharti Khade, for providing us the place and permission to do this over here. So thank you. Big thank you to everyone who made this possible. And a bigger thank you to people for registering, for coming here and spreading the word about this. Please take the message forward, and I hope to keep doing this further. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am.